Welcome. It's the Matic. It's the illest blerd in the land. Welcome back to blerd. Welcome back, ladies community. It's the hardest working blerd on YouTube. Today, I'm back with a new video on YouTube Studio. So today, how to use YouTube Studio and why it is helpful. So, a lot of people ask me, how did I learn about my channel? I learned about my channel through YouTube Studio. So let me just give you a quick story time. A friend of mine had mentioned about YouTube Studio. Say, yo, like, have you heard of YouTube Studio? And I'm like, what is YouTube Studio? Like, I thought it was like something like a movie production type of thing. I'm like, YouTube Studio? And he explained it to me so well. He said, look, it's a way to look at your progression as a content creator. So for people that do not have YouTube Studio, and this is only optional, download it on your latest Android device, whether it's a tablet or a phone, through Play Store, or if you have an Apple device, whether it's an iPad or an iPhone. I highly recommend you download this from your Play Store. Once you download this, you will need to log in with your email account that you use on your actual phone. Once you do that, you will see a display. On this display, you will see your actual sub count, also your latest videos, and people that have been commenting on your latest content. Honestly, I love the interface. Let me explain something. I'll give you a little hint. You can actually change the display. I know a lot of people like, why does your YouTube Studio look dark? Because I wanted it to be dark. I didn't like the white color to it. It's like, it just didn't really feel right to me. I'm like, I like the dark mode better. You can change that with the settings. Now, the first thing about YouTube Studio I want to talk to you guys about is the sub count. If you use YouTube Studio on your actual phone or tablet, it's accurate, but not completely accurate. Do you get what I'm saying by that? I will, if you want to know your overall number, I would highly recommend using YouTube on your desktop computer or your laptop, because it gives you an actual bigger, not percentage, but more of an accurate detailing of that. That's just my honest take on it. But that's how I feel about it. Now, the next thing about YouTube Studio that I like is also pretty much learning about pretty much who's viewing your YouTube channel. So you have returning viewers and you have new viewers. Honestly, it is helpful. And then you also have unique viewers. Now, I'll say that for a later part of the video because it's a bit different. Returning viewers pretty much are people that return to check out your content on your actual YouTube channel. New viewers are people that are new to your channel. They don't know much about your channel. They've shown interest in your channel. And me personally, I have a bigger percentage of actual new viewers over returning viewers. And that's something that does help you with your channel. Now, the next thing I would like to present to you guys is your YouTube progression. So YouTube now has this new feature called Recap, showing how well you've done. So say, for instance, you drop content 5 times a week, 4 times a week, 3 times a week. You can see how well it's working out for your channel. Pretty much. You can see how many people liked majority of your content, how many people have shared your content. Maybe you need to change the thumbnail. It also suggests thumbnails. Maybe this thumbnail's not working for your video, and maybe you can change it. Which returning viewers and new viewers are watching your content. So it's pretty much a progress report and not a report card to that aspect, and that really helps your channel. Now, I want to talk about demographic. Pretty much YouTube Studio can also show you your demographic. So say, for instance, you're interested in like, who's watching my content in other countries or in the country that you're living, you can see the percentage. Me is mainly United States, and then the UK is pretty much my next one. And then I want to say Canada and India are like the next two down the line. I love that you can see that. Also, with your audience, let me just talk about audience too, because this does tie into audience. With YouTube Studio, you can see your audience from the last 28 days, 90 days, 365 days, lifetime. I know for me, the last 28 days, it's been mainly the men audience. But if I go to the 90 days, I'm going to have a different demographic. I'm going to have men and women. And I've seen the percentage of my women's going up when it comes to my audience. So this is another way to understand that this is my audience. If I want to change my audience, I can also look at my content to figure out maybe this is another angle I could tackle when it comes to finding out my audience. I like that my audience, honestly, from when I look at it now, the other percentage of like the age bracket, you can also see the age bracket. Let me just share that with you. 35 and up to, I want to say 44 has been for pretty much the 28 days. And then that works. You know what I'm saying? I like that we can see that age bracket there. You know what I'm saying? Do I have other audiences? Of course. But it's not in the 28 days, maybe 90 days, or, 365 days. And on top of that, you can see the previous year. So your current year, 2024, you can see, and then 2023, that does help. The next thing I want to talk about is pretty much your playlist. So say for instance, you want to see how well your playlists are doing on your actual channel. All you have to do is click on it to figure out and see what is working for my audience. And you can see the playlist, who's been checking out your playlist, like the numbers, the percentage. And I think that's kind of really cool that they do explore that on YouTube Studio. I was like, this is a really good idea. And it works. Now, let's talk about unique viewer, right? So unique viewers, when it comes to your channel, and I wanted to say this for later because it's something that I newly explored, is people that watch your stuff on tablets, multiple different devices on actual, when it comes to your content. When I first heard about it, I didn't understand it. I couldn't calculate. I'm like, what is this? I was like, what? What is a unique viewer? And actually, I have a decent percentage of what a unique viewer is now when it comes down to it. So that means that people are watching my content on more than one device, multiple devices. I don't know exactly what devices, right? But multiple devices, and that's how I'm getting some of the traffic as well. That's a cool feature to have on YouTube Studio. Now, let's get into another thing that we need to talk about. And this is something that, honestly, when I think about it, it's been very useful. Remember when you struggled? Content creators, y'all know what I'm talking about. Uploading videos on YouTube, right? You just upload straight from the YouTube app, whether it's on your desktop or on your phone or tablet, whatever device you're using, or maybe even your camera, right? Because some of us do use cameras. And it takes forever, ever. After you edit the video, made sure everything looks good, went over things, it took forever to upload content. Well, now YouTube Studio has a new way, which came out this year. I love that they emphasize updating YouTube Studio each time they update it, and they give us new features each time, right? Now you no longer have to upload from YouTube, all right? All you got to do is upload from YouTube Studio. So on YouTube Studio, there is a Plus app that you see. Once you click on the Plus app, go to your video that you're going to upload to YouTube. That is a major win for YouTube. It is so much faster and efficient. I'm telling you, all right? Now, the other thing I want to talk about too, and I want to talk about this because YouTube does do this with YouTube Studio uploading. So sometimes if your content's copyrighted, you can learn that your content's copyrighted. Restrictions, you do have restrictions. When you upload, is this for a younger audience or adults? There even is a new feature where it's kind of like I can't explain it really in a best way, but it's like maybe making sure that the information's legit before you upload it on YouTube. I'll post it for you guys. It's kind of weird. That helps. So it shows you once you upload that, and then with YouTube Studio, you can see overall who's been clicking on your videos percentage wise. To me, thanks to the friend that mentioned that to me, because that has been very helpful for me, YouTube Studio. My best advice for content creators: if you've been sleeping, haven't been using YouTube Studio app, what are you waiting for? I gotta be honest about this. What are you waiting for? It's very useful. It's very helpful. Even with you monetize, it does help. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to talk about watch hours, but I talk about that enough, and views. But I didn't want to just sound like just talking about it over again, being repetitive about it. But it is a blur. Living the word, guys. You tell me in the comments, do you use the YouTube Studio app? Why or why not? And my next question is for people that use YouTube Studio, do you prefer the actual YouTube Studio desktop? Do you prefer the app over the actual desktop? You tell me in the comments, guys. It is a blur. Living the word, guys. Thank you so much for commenting, liking, subscribing, sharing the video. Blerd of the year out, legends, and I'm out.